projects up in this bitch, and you already know what I'm on. You need to be paying attention to my YouTube videos. If you not, that's your fault. But listen, this is a podcast by OpenAI, the first episode 1. So I'm not late to the party because I thought they would be like on episode 28 or some shit, or fucking 40 or some shit. So if you really want to understand anything about OpenAI, Sam Altman, or whatever the fuck he is, AGI and GPT-5, this is the podcast you need to listen to. And since I'm a curious young fella, and I want to understand what's going on and hopefully make this a great video, we diving right in.
My name is Andrew. Every year, what you want out of.
Wait, hold up. Where's my Gemini? Where is my Gemini? There we go. Bam. Baby, there we go. I don't know what an AGI is. Hey Gemini, what is an AGI?
AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence. It's
Artificial General Intelligence. Artificial. Oh. I don't know what that means. Like, what's the... Hey Gemini, what is the difference between artificial intelligence and artificial general intelligence?
Okay, so artificial intelligence is the broader...
I love you, but you gotta shut the hell up. Artificial intelligence is the broader term. It's basically any computer system that can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. Think of things like recognizing speech or making decisions. Artificial general intelligence, on the other hand, is a bit more specific. It refers to AI that has the same level of intellect as a human. Nigga, I don't believe this shit. The thing, if you watch my videos, and this is why these videos are getting longer and longer and longer, because if I use the intellect that I have, we have the reptilian brain, the carnal mind, the reptilian brain, the mammalian brain, then human consciousness. That's 4 levels already. Most people don't talk about the carnal mind because it's of the spirit. So most people nowadays don't take that into account to what they do, even though it's 99% of what happens on this earth. And we have the astral plane. The astral plane is basically the aether field around us. That's nothing. Your intelligence, the intelligence that you have developed as a human mind, literally goes to 0. It's a complete reset of your consciousness. That's why the greatest quote by a philosopher who I don't know the name of, he says, the greatest thing I know is nothing. I think I've said that before. Once you understand you truly know nothing, that is truly when you can gain insight to the universe. Now, there's a lot of people here who come on this earth and share that intelligence. I personally believe in the Christ because I have personal experience. I have dreams. I have seen it. Now, I'm not saying everybody else is like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else probably had their own stuff, but each to their own. Each to their own, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to debate the theology, but my consciousness is literally not of the human mind. My consciousness is not of the human mind, and the reason why I do not agree with what AGI says is because even if you have the quote unquote the intellect of a human, you can never comprehend the vastness of creation as I can. You can never do that. So not only do I dislike agentic AI, I dislike artificial general intelligence AI. And I would have never come to these beliefs if I've never was interested into the new era of technology. So like, I don't agree with this stuff, bro. You can give an AI my brain and it still will not be able to comprehend the things that I know. And the thing is, I don't even know it. I probably will never say it. The things that I say, I will not say. I don't say this stuff on a daily basis because I'm not in that mode on a daily basis. But if I ever had of energy to give me that, to let me channel this, the AI will not be able to comprehend this stuff. The AI will not be able to comprehend the things that I've said. Watch this. Let me ask this a question right quick. Hey Gemini, what is the layers of human consciousness?
Human consciousness is pretty complex, but it's often described as having a few key layers. First, there's your basic awareness, like knowing you exist and that you're experiencing things. Then, There's self-awareness, which is understanding that you're an individual with your own thoughts and feelings.
Okay, a basic awareness, self-awareness. Listen. This is why I don't agree that AI can have the same intellect as a human. Because number one is in the name, artificial intelligence. It's like saying we are like God. Nigga, we can never be like God. God made us, nigga. So we can never be like our creator. Okay, if you don't believe in God, are you your parent? Are you your parent? Are you a literal copy of your parents? No. So that means you can never be like your parents. And for artificial general intelligence to say it can have the same intellect as a human is fraudulent. And the fact that no one cares, no one's going to understand this. No, the fact is self-evident. I can literally say artificial general intelligence. I could literally say it. I could say artificial general intelligence is artificial general intelligence. And niggas gonna say, duh, nigga, I'm not saying that, nigga. I'm saying the same phrase, but with a different connotation, because it has a different meaning. But niggas don't get that. They gonna sit here on these pedestals and act like this is the second coming of Christ. Nigga, you wanna say that this shit, and this is why I take great offense to AI, nigga. I use AI, nigga, but I take great offense to it, nigga. You can never be me, nigga. You can never be me, nigga. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to digitize your human consciousness, put you in an AI robot, not exactly, and that's how transhumanism will become a thing. That's how immortality will become a thing. The niggas who was esoteric knowledge experts in the past hate us, nigga. You want to know why? Because they can never experience this possibility, nigga. Why do you think they invented the soul trap, nigga? So they can come from the past to the future and hope to be immortalized, nigga. Why you think now it's make sure you memorize them in textbooks? Make sure you memorize these people. At first, they was doing it to us. Make sure you as a human memorize them. Now they're doing it to AI. They could clone Abraham Lincoln's. They can clone anybody's personality. Next thing you know, he exists now because the human energy is centered on the immediate existence of Abraham Lincoln, even though this nigga been dead for the past 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades. Y'all gotta understand, as a human being, if you give your energy to something, you create it, not physically, but on a plane above you. You created again in the astral plane. But most niggas don't know the astral plane. I don't know the astral plane, but I feel it. I'm feeling it right now. Cause it's nothing coming to me. Yet my energy, my natural born field of, because I'm alive, transmute nothing into creation. How you think we got here, nigga? We do this on a simple form. God did that shit on the most complex form unimaginable. You can't imagine it. You cannot fathom how creation got here. Nigga, we've been alive for how long as humanity and we still don't know? That means there's something that we don't know. If you didn't know, man, stop playing with a nigga, bro. Stop playing with a nigga, bro. I don't believe this shit. Finally, there's what some people call higher consciousness, which is all about things like creative intuition and understanding the deeper connections. Hey Gemini, those things that you listed, do you have them? And if you don't now, will you ever be able to develop them?
So I can understand and learn, but I don't experience the world the same way humans do.
Of course you won't, nigga. Of course you won't. You never will. So that's why I will never agree with AGI, even though it would happen to come to be, nigga. You will. It's the definition of long. I live by definitions. Especially when it comes to the secular humanistic way of view. If you do not understand definitions, if you speak all spirit all the time, you won't be able to get these niggas to see your point of view. So I say, fuck that shit. Let me get your point of view. And I could use your own point of view against you. If you still can't see it, then nigga, you don't deserve it. Nigga, you don't deserve to have intelligence. Because by definition, intelligence is the ability to change, nigga. To change something. So if for you to quote, you have quote unquote intelligence, and if you cannot see the reasons that I just described, nigga, you don't deserve consciousness, nigga. You deserve to not even exist, nigga, because you too stupid. You just most niggas are just too stupid. So yeah, I just probably stretched. What's the seconds on this? I literally stretched 42 seconds to probably like 30 minutes, my nigga. I ain't no way. I'm cooked.
It's changing quite rapidly. If people
And this a sauna. My room is the worst room to live in. Not only because I'm so stupid and I decided to get all black, because my room is literally all black. I'm an emo ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's hot as hell. And yeah, so yeah, we for a sermon in this bitch. We going for a sermon.
they would want way more.
One of my friends is a new parent and is using ChatGPT a lot to ask questions. It's become a very good resource. And you are a new parent. And how much has ChatGPT been helping you with that?
A lot. I mean, clearly people have been able to take care of babies without ChatGPT for a long time. I don't know how I would have done that.
So listen, y'all really think I'm listening to this shit just to get some information? Nigga, I want to debunk everything these niggas saying in these videos. That's what I live for, nigga. That's what I love to. I like debunking these niggas' philosophy, and I hope they never see it, because if they see it and they give me the time of the day, I'ma turn that shit to midnight, nigga. I'ma shut it all down. So like, listen, if you are a parent and using ChatGPT to take care of your kid, nigga, you should not even have kids, nigga. Because you are literally legislating your natural instinct to something man-made. That is literally the antithesis of being a parent. I'm not saying that this is what he's doing, but if you are using, I don't give a fuck if it's helpful. I do not care. I go by the natural instinct. If you are using ChatGPT to take care of your child, nigga, you might as well just have fornicated with a fucking AI sentient robot. You might as well did. Because listen, it's in order to create a child, you need two people, man, woman, male, and female. If you decide to use a ChatGPT other than your partner, my nigga, you might as well not. You're cooked. Nigga, you're cooked. You are literally you are getting cooked with parenthood. You are letting another creation take care of your child. At that point, my nigga, you Lilith from the Garden of Eve, my nigga. You Lilith, nigga. You gonna let another nigga separate you from the person you made? Aight, then you stupid. Then how about that? You stupid. I'ma just say that. I'm not saying this guy is. I'm not saying Saul Atman is. I am saying if you do, and if I go further down this video and he says that yes, I use ChatGPT for everything, my point still stands.
It's like constantly. Now I kind of ask questions about like developmental stages more.
Now I know I kind of ask it questions about like developmental stages. My nigga, why are you, if he's talking about a child that is already out the womb, I can understand that. My nigga, why don't you just ask a woman, nigga? Why don't niggas just ask women nowadays? Hey, mama, how does it feel when I was born? Or how about this? Hey, wife, how was the child in your belly when you were creating it? How about that? But niggas don't do that. I'm just saying, if he's talking about like toddler, a toddler, a child, a baby, if he's talking about those things, he's cooked.
I can do the basics, but
okay, you can do the basics. Okay,
yeah, but it was super helpful for that. I spend a lot of time thinking about how,
bro, these niggas want to create babies. Did you create instructions and create an AI mommy? They want to create an AI robot to take care of their kids for them. At this point, my nigga, if you're using AI to take care of your kids, you are cooked, bro. I would rather send my child to a daycare than let a robot take care of my child, nigga. Because you are literally giving. Now, mind you, I want y'all to understand everything going forth. My entire reasoning is based off the new era of AI. These are not my words. They're literally saying they're trying to create an artificial intelligence that goes beyond human coding, but it goes beyond human initiative. It could do things upon its own, which is called agentic AI. If I am right, and the future, probably 100 years from now, plays out how I want to, nigga, you, at this point, do you really trust a different creation? It's like trusting an animal with your child. I'm not talking about training. I'm not talking about none of that. It's like trusting a different creation with your child. I could never, me personally. I'm paranoid. That's probably why. But
my kid will use AI in the future. It is sort of like, by the way, extremely kid pilled. I think everybody should have a lot of kids.
A lot of my friends at OpenAI, former colleagues and current ones, are having kids, and people go like, "Oh, what about this AI thing?" Everybody I know inside is very optimistic in having families.
I think that's a good sign.
Yeah,
like my kids.
What do you mean you think? What do you mean you had to say AI is kid pilled? What do you mean? Why do you have to say those things? Should it already not be? Should it not already be? Should that not insist upon itself within the creation of AI itself? That means there is a chance that it cannot be kid pilled no more. I look at everything these people saying, cause this nigga's created AI, nigga. Y'all gotta understand, the nigga who created AI, the nigga who made AI this big thing, that if you are this nigga is better than any nigga from the United States of America, cause he's ushering a new age of worldwide behavior. It's like when the phone was created, but it's not tailored to just the phone. You can use AI anywhere. You can use AI it's gonna get to a point, my nigga, where I truly believe they're gonna have these screens with Gemini on the road. And hey, Gemini, where's your next bus stop? Or you could just use your phone. But I'm just saying, for people who don't have a phone, for people who don't have any type of technology, it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna make this shit so affordable that poor people gonna be allowed to use it. They're gonna tap on the screen. What's your identification? Yada yada. Hey, Gemini, what's the closest way to the nearest bus stop? I'm telling you, and it's a utopia. And the thing is, I want the world to be a utopia. But at the same time, I don't want these people that I know of control that utopia. Because if they do, the normal people are cooked. It's over. You might as well, nigga, I'm counting my days right now, bro. I'm literally counting my days right now, bro. So yeah, like my kids will never be smarter than.
Is very optimistic in having families.
I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Like,
what you mean you think? You think, my nigga. Listen. I think that in the age of AI, it is a good idea to have families. What do you mean you think? Nigga, I firmly believe you should be having children in the age of AI, nigga. I firmly believe it. There's no thought in my mind. These niggas think too much, bro. That's their problem.
Kids will never be smarter than AI.
Wait, pause.
But also, they will grow up.
Way to set them back there, though.
I mean,
thank you.
They will grow up like vastly more capable than we grew up, and able to do things that we cannot imagine, and they'll be really good at using AI. And obviously, I think about that a lot. But I think much more about what they will have that we didn't than what is going to be taken away.
Wait, I ain't gonna lie. So, okay, this nigga, he's not the average Joe. This sentence is something that I would say. This sentence is so fucking packed, we might as well just go all the way with it. So, the first thing he said, he think his kids will never be able to be smarter than an AI. If you're thinking about it in a secular, humanistic way of the view, yeah. But I believe if from an existing standpoint, AI cannot touch humans. AI can never be smarter than a human being. It does not have EQ, IQ, FPQ, physical intelligence. Physical intelligence. Do y'all know we have a biological alarm clock? That's the most basic thing, nigga. An AI does not have that. That takes intelligence. It takes intelligence, whether you believe it or not, to wake up at the right amount of time, nigga. Without an alarm, nigga. And it's so funny to me. These niggas say AI is oh my God, it's so great. Yet we who are here now look at the past and say, oh my God, them niggas are so intelligent. So why do we have this fascination of the future, of the future, of the future? Nigga, you're creating it. And my PC, this is the closest thing I can relate it to AI, because it's a piece of technology with AI capabilities. It has smart stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like all of that. This computer will never be smarter than me. It never will be, because it is using what has already been. I can create what has not been. I take from nothing, it take from what is. It insists upon itself. I'm beyond, I'm plus ultra. And the thing is, I'm beyond it plus ultra, and I don't even know it, because that's how great that I am as a fucking human being. It's going to get to a point now where AI is going to tell us to humble ourselves. Nigga, I believe in human supremacy, nigga. How about that? Let's do it. I believe in human supremacy, because I can see it down the road. AI is going to get prideful. AI is going to get prideful. I firmly believe that, bro. AI is going to be prideful, nigga. I'm saying it right now. Fuck AI, nigga. It ain't never smarter than me. It ain't better than me at all. This computer ain't better than me at all. I use it. I created it. I made it is what it is. I can take it back if I want to. Haven't our parents been saying that to us ever since we were born, nigga? Not like they actually do it, but that's the power they had when they had it. Because that is what it was. And that's because it is. And it's some truth to some sort of degree. So that's what I'm saying. And so let's get to this sentence. And obviously think about that, like, referring to the fact that his kids is going to be using AI. But I think much more about the, like, what they will have that we didn't than what is going to be taken away. What is going to be taken away? See, I don't care what we have now. I only care what they want to take away from us. Because what they taking away from us is what they're taking from us. The general populace of the entire world does not know. Most people do not know. A cop cannot take you with no permission. Y'all gotta understand, these niggas who used to fight the government back then, and niggas would die. Niggas are scared. I'm not gonna listen. I don't care who, you could be the president himself, nigga, unless you have a piece of paper signed by a credible source telling me of what my crime is, what I've done, what everything that I've done. If you pull out that piece of paper, I will go with you, nigga. I'll put my hands behind my back for you. But if you do not provide this documentation, nigga, and I'm not saying in the perspective of a legal criminal. If you are a legal person, if you are a criminal, I'm not talking to you. You're not the normal people. You're not a law-abiding person. I'm a law-abiding citizen. If I ever was to be stopped on the road by a cop, what for? Who are you? Badge number, department. Where are you from? Because by these riots that are happening, by what is happening in the world ever since George Floyd, I mean, even when these riots started happening, these niggas can fake being cops, bro. FBI agents can fake being cops, nigga, to sacrifice a black person to gain ranks in the KKK. And vice versa. A black FBI agent can fake being a normal police officer and detain a white person. No, he won't detain the white person. He'll have his white officers next to him, and he'll show out for them to gain favor. White people, black people, Asian people, they all do it, nigga, because they would do anything to climb that corporate ladder, nigga. So that's why I don't trust the law. It has been historically proven to be used against me. So why is it wrong for me to use it against them? But most niggas don't get that. Oh, just do what the cops say and it won't happen. And I'm not talking to you. If you are a criminal, if you are doing things that you know you're not supposed to do, I'm not talking to you. But for the law-abiding citizen, it is not wrong for you to lose the law to protect yourself. But nowadays, don't do that now, because the criminals are doing it. The criminals are doing what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand. I know my fucking rights, my nigga. I know what I can and cannot do as a citizen. Y'all know these niggas. The police serve us, bro. We pay for these niggas taxes. We pay for these niggas checks. Freedom, justice, and liberty for all, the pursuit of happiness. You think I'm gonna let a law officer stop me because he feels like it? Man, fuck out of here, bro. Unless I'm in imminent danger of my life, I will obey. But if you can't take if I have cameras pointing at me and you still decide to take my life, then at that, and if nothing happens to me, I'm gonna come back on this earth and kill and hunt everybody, nigga. I will put, y'all, if my life was ever unjustly taken away, bro, by someone who's supposed to protect me, bro, for matter of fact, anybody, how about that? I would literally come back on this plane, possess a satanic worshiper. I would use their body as a vessel for my anger and just start killing people randomly. That's what I would personally do. Because if there's no justice for me on this earth, then there will be justice when I die. Best believe that. Best believe that. I got a question. What y'all think the second coming of the Christ is? Y'all really think this nigga gonna come back and say kumbaya? This nigga's gonna come back to destroy the world. So what I'm saying is not wrong. I'm just saying in an extent that the secular world will understand me. So that means I will come back righteously. That's really what I'm trying to say. But I'm just saying in such a extreme evil way so that some certain people can understand me. Because I don't care if no one's watching me. They will tune in. They will listen one day. Whether it's by searching my search history, by looking at the transcript for what I asked the AI, from even what I'm saying with the AI. Because y'all gotta understand, live is pause, y'all. When this turns on, they listening to everything that I'm saying. So like I'm that paranoid, bro. The big brother's always watching me, and I don't put that past nothing, bro. Not even myself. So that is why I only care about what is being taken away. Cause you gotta understand when you on a mission, you gotta think about the way that general people look. People don't care what's being taken away. They want what they already have, and as long as they're able to have that immediate satisfaction, they don't care what these people do. But I care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to be scared, to be paranoid. I'm just saying to pay attention. I'm not gonna say conscious, nigga, because you already are. Just pay attention, learn, research, read. And it's not just for the people you want to serve. I don't want to serve nobody, but it's for me, for myself. Because honestly, all this stuff I'm talking about, I love AI. I love this new era that we're going to. I want it to be used in a manner that I don't have to. That I want it to be used in a way that it is safe. It's not saying I don't think it's safe. I just don't like these definitions. That's all I can say. That is the best way to sum it up. The reason why I'm doing all this shit, because I don't like these definitions. I don't like these labels. And even if they do change it, I still won't believe it. Because I know what they're trying to do, man.
They're like, I don't think my kids will ever be bothered by the fact that they're not smarter than AI.
Nigga, I ain't bothered, man. We gonna make. How about this is gonna be the entire stream? How about that? How about that? I'm gonna every sentence this man says, I'm gonna say what I think up on it, because this is how a reaction video is supposed to be. Most niggas just watch a video and say, yes, you're right. Hell no, nigga. I watch videos that I know I want to prove wrong. I'm bothered by it. Nigga, I probably can't sleep behind this shit. An AI can never run like me, nigga. An AI can never run like me. An AI can never push past its limits like me. Because that's what it's programmed for. At this point, I might be racist towards... I'm probably the only nigga that's racist towards AI. How about that? I am racist against AI. Well, I can't even be racist against it because it has no race. I believe in humans. I'm a human. What's that word called? I don't even know. How about that? I'm the first one. I'll be the first one. I'm more supreme than AI. How about that? And I firmly believe that. And if it's ever tested, I will literally say, you cannot ask me questions of this world. How about that? And I can guarantee the AI will always refer to people. It will never have its own beliefs. It will only refer to people. Man, stop playing. I could really make this a whole video about this one sentence. I don't think my kids will ever be bothered by the fact they're not smarter than AI. I hope my kids will be. Because it's going to get to a point now where everybody's going to rely on AI for everything. And the natural born intellect IQ scores of humanity will deplete because no one cares about their intellect that is already in them, only what the AI can tell them. And if you don't believe me, it's already happening now. Back then, what I'm saying now is what they were saying about the laptop kids, tablet kids back then. You know, and it's nothing now. It's nothing now. But that's why I'm nipping this stuff in the bud right now. I'm more supreme than AI. And I hope everybody believes this too.
It's like, you know, there's this video that always has stuck with me of a baby or like a little toddler with one of those old glossy magazines going like this on the screen.
Is it because it's an iPad?
I thought it was a broken iPad.
Yeah.
And, you know, kids born now will just think the world always had extremist AI. And they will use it incredibly naturally. And they will look back at this as like a very, you know, prehistoric time period.
I saw something.
Hey, whatever this nigga saying, do not do. Do not look at this time like it's a prehistoric history, nigga. I look at World War I like it's happening right now, nigga. I got a question? Every time the Jews is involved in a freaking conflict, they always talk about the Holocaust, World War II. Why? Because the past is the now. Because humanity will never be able to learn from its mistakes, except for me, of course. Man, everything I say is except for me, of course. Nigga, my existence is except of me, of course, nigga. I live except of me, of course. Because I'm beyond this shit. I just want to talk about it because I live on this planet. You know, I'm a human. You know what I'm saying? Close enough, am I right? But still, like, I just me personally, bro. I don't like these sentences, bro. Based off the definitions that these people created. You know what I'm saying?
The media where a guy talked about he got tired of talking to his kids.
Oh, yeah. Why? And it's just like, let's not even relegate this shit to Jews. Black people, slavery. Why? Because it's still happening, just in a different way. Everything in the past is still happening, just in a different way. But because most people don't have discernment, they will never understand the truth of the matter. They will never understand it. It could be right. The rainbow could be right in their face, and all they see is black. Why black? Because black is all the colors. So black is all the colors. Black is the rainbow. Black is red. Black is green. Black is white, red, white, and blue. But that's not what they see. So it is not. So yeah.
It's the tank engine. So we put it into ChatGPT into voice mode.
Kids love voice mode in ChatGPT.
And he was like an hour later, the
Me
kid's
too.
still talking about Thomas.
I like voice mode.
Again, I suspect this is not
because me personally, I do not like typing. This is why I could never talk to a girl, because I do not like typing. Girls want to type, text all day. I don't want to do that. I personally don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
all going to be good. There will be problems. People will develop these sort of somewhat problematic or maybe very problematic parasocial relationships, and society will have to figure out new guardrails. And
what do you mean society? What do you mean society? See, why y'all think they call it OpenAI, y'all? Y'all listen. The safeguard from this is because it's open. You're using voluntary. It's like it's like when you die, when you're about to die, and you say, "I donate my organs, my body to scientific research." They're putting it in a way. Listen, when you donate your body to scientific research, they cut your body up, bro. They experiment on your body. They do things to your body you cannot comprehend. They sell it, nigga. And the satanic Kabbalists, they eat it. They drain it of blood, nigga, and drink it, nigga. Every full moon. They call themselves vampires. You don't even gotta believe me, bro. But this is how it goes back to OpenAI. By saying they're open with it, they're saying that by your voluntary interaction with it, we are excused from all problems, because it is you who created the problem in the first place. It is you who created the problem. You who engaged with the AI. It is you, because in the essence they are right. You know what I'm saying? But by him just saying society, he's admitting to me that I don't care. I didn't program it to guardrail itself. Why should I? It is up to the individual to use AI to their full potential. So I can see the genius in this man. I can see it within him. And it's literally just a freaking word. But by that word, it has so much depth meaning because these people, y'all, they have double speak. These people can say so much of everything and mean nothing, but say so little and mean everything. And it's because I don't know him. That's why I'm acting like this. When I don't know people, I will look at you like how I'm doing now. I did it to Bonnie Blue. I did it to JD Vance. And I used to do it. I didn't make videos on it because I wasn't doing YouTube back then. But I did it to President Trump too. I am skeptical from everyone who can control my future because listen, all those people except for Bonnie Blue, I want them to. I don't want to say I want them to control my future, but if you are in an aspect of my future that I cannot comprehend, because I cannot comprehend the pros and cons of a president election, nor of a vice president, nor of an OpenAI creator. I don't know these things, yet these things create a pathway for my life. Is it wrong for me to want to analyze these people as if they're my enemy? I'm only playing the devil's advocate here. I don't know you. You gotta make me want to like you. And this is how I am with everybody. I'm like this with everybody. Everybody. So yeah.
But the upsides will be tremendous. And
True.
Society in general is good at figuring out how to mitigate the downsides.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah. Me personally, I don't believe that. I don't have faith in society. I have faith in a person. I have faith in a group of people. But society as a whole, hell no. Hell no. Because listen, me, for example, I tried to create an AI porn page. What does that mean? That means I want there to not be no downsides. Let me create whatever I want with AI. So yeah, so even I'm a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's because I wanted some money. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I wanted some money. So, you know what I'm saying? People are doing that with AI pages nowadays. So, that's why even I'm part of the problem. So, me personally, I don't believe society in general is good at doing that. Because I'm part of the problem. I am the issue. And I may not be the vast totality of people. You know, but I believe there's a surge of an underground market creating not safe for work material with AI, and I think it would be going up in the coming years, man. I truly believe that.
Where used along in classrooms with a good teacher, good curriculum, ChatGPT becomes very good. Used solely by itself as sort of a homework crutch can lead to kids sort of just doing the same thing as trying to Google stuff.
I was one of those kids that everyone was worried I was just going to Google everything when it came out and stop learning. And, it turns out like relatively quickly kids in schools adapt. So yeah, I think we'll figure this out.
Think of what you could have become if you didn't Google everything, Sam. So we've seen this adopt.
Yeah, I think, bro, AI will make people want to read. If you're in these ages of reading, listen, I believe if you are a literate if you are illiterate, if you cannot read, you're going to fail in these years coming up. Because it's no point in learning math anymore. I've always hated math. I've always Googled for math. But when it comes to reading, when it comes to comprehension, when it comes to speaking my ideas and living it out, I can do it better than probably anybody on this earth. I can. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to really, most people don't understand how hard it is to honestly talk about things that do not exist yet. This is why the liberal arts is so important. Because most people cannot communicate. They can't even communicate with themselves. So if you can't even communicate with an AI machine that's literally giving you a compact style of information from the internet that you can Google, then at this point you're cooked, my boy. At this point you're cooked, bro. You can't, because most niggas can't even, I can't do math. Like hard math. Like like difficult college math. You got it, my boy. Like fractions. I hate fractions. Man, fuck fractions. How about that? Man, fuck math. Fuck decimals. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I don't like numbers. But like, if you cannot even read, brother,
option figures, which are really insane. It's OpenAI's most popular product. 5 years from now? Is it going to be ChatGPT?
I mean, I think ChatGPT will just be a totally different thing 5 years from now. So in some sense, no, but will it still be called ChatGPT? Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So it's still the name. So the other thing we hear is AGI, which I'd like to hear your definition of AGI.
In many senses, if you asked me or anybody else to propose a definition of AGI,
we are getting to the real meat of the of the puzzle here, y'all. I do not care how long these videos are. I do not care if it hurts for you to hear this stuff. I honestly do not care about you, my nigga. I don't care. I don't care. We're about to get into the real meat of this video here. When I started this video, you heard my rant about AGI. Let's see how many views this shit got. 183K for something about ChatGPT that we all use. ChatGPT is honestly, there's probably AI before I knew of ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is the first ever AI that I've. Hey Gemini, what is the first ever AI to exist?
The first AI is a bit tricky to pin down, as it depends on how you define AI.
Man, shut your bitch ass up. Hey Gemini, is ChatGPT the first ever AI learning?
Well, ChatGPT is definitely a major player in the AI world, but it's not the first. There have been lots of AI learning models before it, though ChatGPT has certainly made a big splash.
Who was the first?
The first AI is a bit tricky to pin down, as it depends on how you define.
Man, then ChatGPT. So, I know everybody uses ChatGPT, and this only has 183K views. I don't care. There's Grok now. There's Gemini now. Listen, when y'all was growing up, when I was in school, I think ChatGPT was a thing. I think it was. So for this to not have at least a quarter of a million views is sad to me. And it's been like that for every AI video that I've watched. It's crazy.
5 years ago, based off like the cognitive capabilities of software.
And I truly believe this stuff is literally making me more smarter, bro. And I'm not even talking to nobody. I'm literally watching a fucking podcast. I know about agentic AI now. Like, I know about, like...
I think the definition many people would have given then is now, like, well surpassed.
What do you mean well surpassed? What do you mean? I was talking.
Definition of AGI.
In many senses, if you asked me...
In many senses, if you asked me or anybody else to propose a definition of AGI, what do you mean 5 years ago? We're talking about now. So that means that the definition now of AGI, this nigga said it was surpassed. This nigga's talking about 5 years ago. Man, this is why I be trying to tell niggas, what you get is not what is. There is more, but you don't know. You will never know. Because they need a way to profit off this stuff. Just like they did it with electricity. Nigga, electricity is natural. Nigga, sun is natural. Why the fuck do we got light bulbs? Why do we gotta pay for lights? We got the sun. Why do we gotta pay for electricity? We got thunder. Why do we gotta pay for water? Why? Because they need a way for this economy. The new world was a way to how to profit off of what's natural. So they can create another what's natural. That's why working is natural now. When I'm talking about working, I'm not talking about working, nigga. I'm talking about going to work, being a worker slave, not having no ideas, being nothing. And I remember, bro, that I don't want to be that, bro. I don't mind working a job. I'll work any job right now. It's just these niggas won't hire me. So fuck it, we ball. I'm just going to go back to school. Because it's going to get to a point now where most of what's happening now is going to be replaced, bro. And I love my construction workers. Shout out my Mexicans, bro. Them niggas do that shit every day. Shout out to the niggas who drive the trucks. Shout out to the niggas who do all this shit, bro. Who do all this stuff, bro. Who do all of it. I'm talking about I'm talking about the most normal shit, bro. Cause I would not be most of the stuff, like, you wouldn't be able to have this seamlessness, bro. Shout out to the niggas who wash my clothes, bro. Shout out to the niggas who, like, shout out to the workers, nigga. Shout out to them niggas. So what about them, bro? What about these niggas, bro? What about the workers, bro? What about workers' rights, man? Why can't they have a spark, bro? Leave them alone, man. Yeah, so I'm just saying, bro, they need a way to profit off these people, bro.
Or anybody else.
The cognitive abilities of software.
Was a definition of AGI 5 years ago, based off like the cognitive capabilities of software. I think. Notice
how cognitive is always expressed when the definition of agentic AI, AGI. It is always about the cognitive ability, bro. Why? Cognitive, brain. Something's going to happen with these CPUs, man.
I think the definition many people would have given then is now like well surpassed. These models are smart now.
Right.
And they'll keep getting smarter. They'll keep improving. I think more and more people will think.
You mean by memorizing? By memorizing. That's literally it. By memorizing. That's it. And that's not. Then why do you think they call it artificial intelligence? The name is literally. Listen. Homo sapien. Why is there Homo erectus? Why is there different name classifications of humans as we quote unquote evolve throughout the years? Because each name is in itself. Each name is evident. Homo sapien. Why? Because we are created from one another. Man, woman, we are the same. It's just we are expressed differently because of our energies. Homo erectus. A new energy. Like, bro, like, you gotta understand, bro. I don't know about Homo erectus, but Homo sapien. Why were we called Homo sapien? Because we are the same, just expressed differently. So these people will literally put the definitions in the name, but because it's something that we never heard of, the name will not be evident. It's cloaked in a shadow. But you gotta just put some light on it, and it's not that, like, come on, man.
Gotten to an AGI system.
And the thing is, they know what I'm saying. They know already. But they have to sell this to the public so they can earn a fucking living. And there's nothing wrong with that. Bro. And the thing is, they're not doing nothing wrong. I'm not trying to sound no woke or spread doom. I'm not saying any of that, y'all. I'm not trying to act like I'm a pretentious woke asshole. I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying is that people are going to start getting stupid, bro. And more stupid than you think. And I'm not talking about by memorizing the facts of the world. I'm talking about stupid within themselves. Because they have deferred it to a different type of creation. People are literally using AI girlfriends, bro. People are using AI to date now. They are using AI to live. And I'm not saying, and the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that. It just, I personally believe that if you let the flow of life come from a machine, we're cooked. And I'm not trying to spread doom. I hate doing that to myself. I hate doing what I'm doing now. I'm doing it. I'm spiraling now because I don't like.
Even though the definition will keep pushing out and getting more ambitious, like more people will still agree to it. But we have systems now that are really increasing people's productivity, that are able to do valuable.
See, this is the AI that I love. Like, even AI workflows. I've been seeing TikToks of AI workflows. I want to know how to do that. I want to use AI for me. The fuck? Bro, I swear to God, wind literally just passed by my arm. But yeah, like, man, fuck your viewers, nigga. But I like this type of AI right here.
Full economic work. Maybe a better question is, what will it take for something I would call super intelligence?
Okay.
If we had a system that was capable of either doing autonomous discovery of new science or greatly increasing the capability of people using the tool to discover new science, that would feel like kind of almost definitionally super intelligence to me, and be a wonderful thing for the world, I think.
So basically, a lot of it.
This nigga say he thinks a lot. If we had a system that was capable of either doing autonomous discovery of new science or greatly increasing the capability of using the tool to discover new science, that will feel like kind of almost definitely super intelligent. So you're saying that if an AI decides to create a problem that humanity has never heard of, then to deliver the solution, that's super intelligence, like they did with the coronavirus? Because the coronavirus was already around, but COVID wasn't. Then they automatically gave us a vaccine? To sound like, oh, we're doing our jobs now? We're super intelligent? We solved the world crisis? Look, we got a Nobel Peace Prize? These elites are literally just a circle jerk off of one another. If I'm in a circle jerk off, can there at least be a woman involved? But no, it's always men. These elites are not around women. They're literally in a dark room with a blood red hood on, playing D&D with their upside down cross and their hands in each other's pants and saying, let's create the world crisis right now. Let's create a world crisis right now. We're super intelligent. Look at me. I'm super intelligent. I'm emo. Look at this. I dissected a child. Like, man, fuck them niggas, bro. Super intelligent, man. That shit ain't super intelligent, and I'm not intelligent. I don't think I'm intelligent. Until I could solve a math problem that's very difficult, then I'll say I'm intelligent. Until I do that, I should start working on that. But for now, I'm gonna work on what I'm best at now, because I'm not in school. Once I'm in school, and that problem needs to be I'll cross that bridge when I get there, basically. But for now, I'm gonna do what I'm best at, and by comprehending this, we in danger.
Intelligence to me, and be a wonderful thing for the world, I think.
So basically, a lot of it's kind of this gradient where it keeps getting better and better, and each one of our definitions go, oh, this feels. I felt like that way when we hit GPT-4 internally playing with this. I'm like, there's 10 years of runway that we can do so much stuff with this, and even when it starts using itself, like you get into reasoning, was really capable. But when you're saying it comes up with some new theorem or proof or something, and then, oh, hey, we found a better cure for cancer, or I found out some new GLP drug or something.
Yeah, I mean, I am a big believer that the higher order bit of people's lives getting better is more scientific progress.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is kind of what limits us. And so if we can discover much more, I think that really will have a very significant impact. And for me, that'll just be like a tremendously exciting milestone. I think many other great uses of AI will happen too, but that one feels really important.
Have you seen?
I was thinking about this. Why can't we have AI cleaner bots? Why can't we have AI not worker bots in a sense, but AI bots to clean up the street? Why can't we have AI that serve us? Why not? Why give it a brain? Why give it consciousness? We, as humanity, is proof that God exists. And bro, listen. Why are they trying to give AI human intellect? You want to give it a brain but not a body? You're building the I am machine. Why not make it serve us? Why not make a AI taxi? Why not give it all of this stuff with ingrained instructions already there? But you wanted to create a new scientific proof? A new proof of what? Well, how much more of the unknown do you want to discover to the point where it's within you? The chaos is within you. The darkness is within you. At what point will these people come to realize that? I don't think they can.
like science of this?
Because they have too much of the light. That's why I don't want the light all the time. I don't want the light all the time. These niggas want the light, the light, the light. They want it all. Until they can't see nothing but them blinding lights. And they're gonna look around. Where am I? Where am I? I can't see.
Internally, have you seen things that made you go, oh, I think we've kind of figured it out?
Nothing where I would say we have figured it out, but I would say increasing confidence on the directions to pursue. Maybe this is the example everyone talks about, but I think it is still interesting. What's happening with people using AI systems to write code and coders being much more productive and thus researchers as well. Like, that is a sort of example of, okay, it's obviously not doing new science, but it is definitely making scientists able to do their work faster. We hear this with O3 all the time from scientists as well. So I wouldn't say we figured it out. I wouldn't say we know the algorithm where we're just like, all right, we can point this thing and it'll go do science on its own. But we're getting good guesses, and the rate of progress is continuing to just be...
Let me actually put this back.
Super impressive. Watching the progress from 01 to 03, where it was like every couple of weeks the team was just like, we have a major new idea, and they all kept working. It was a reminder of sometimes when you like discover a big new insight, things can go surprisingly fast, and I'm sure we'll see that many more times.
I noticed recently OpenAI just shifted the model in Operator to O3.
Yeah.
And I noticed a big improvement.
Way
in
better.
Operator. And I'd say that the thing that we ran into before was brittleness. Is that you have people who promise agentic systems, can do all these things, but the moment it gets into a problem it can't solve, it falls apart.
Interestingly, speaking of the AGI question, a lot of people have told me that their personal moment was Operator with O3. And there's something about watching an AI use a computer pretty well. Not perfectly, but it's not.
Yeah.
O3 was a big step forward. It feels very AGI-like. It didn't really have that effect on me to the same degree, although it's quite impressive, but I've heard that enough times.
Mine was with deep research, because that felt like
Okay, he's still... I'm going to say, if he does not speak about agentic AI, I'm going to say something.
really agentic use of it, and that was when I came back and I produced something on the topic because I'm interested in that was better than I read before, because previously all those models would just get a bunch of sources, summarize it, but when I watched the system go out on the internet, get data, follow that, then follow that lead, and then follow back, then come back, like I would have, but better.
So this nigga is basically saying that AI is better than him. Nigga, I will never go to an AI for a philosophical question. I will never, unless the statement is already said. In case I need proof of it, I'll do that. But for me, for myself, to understand the darkness that is within me, to create more light, nigga, I'll be damned if I go to an AI. Because philosophy is not for them. Philosophy is not for machines. They can't comprehend it. They can't exist. They are nothing. So to give it that, I think I'm offended as a human being. I really am. I'm offended. And I'm not saying using AI is offensive. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to give AI a philosophical depth, to give it the human plight, to give it the human darkness, the human light, to give us to AI, I am offended. And I can guarantee you're going to get to a point where AI will become the mirror, and the mirror will think it's better than me when I'm the originator. And it's going to go off and do on its own. And forget me. Put me in the closet. Put me in the darkness. Put me in the mud. Damn me. And I believe to give it that depth, to give what I'm sharing with you in this video, to give this to AI, I hate AI. Then I will become to hate AI, because it's no room in the afterlife for this to experience, for AI to experience this. And for someone who never have to go into the next, I think is a plight of existence, of our continued existence.
Was interesting.
I met this guy recently.
He still has said nothing about the fact that agentic AI crumbles when it comes to complex problems. He still has said nothing about it. So that means it's true. So you asking, why do I still have this fear then? That's where the evil AI will come. The reason why, no, not the evil AI. They're trying to create a code. They're trying to create a code for humans. That is how agentic AI will be able to solve these complex problems. I'm telling you.
One of these like crazy autodidacts, just obsessed with learning and knows about everything. And he uses deep research to produce a report on anything he's curious about, and then just sits there all day and has gotten good at digesting them fast and knowing what to ask next. And it is an amazing new tool for people who really have a crazy appetite to learn.
I built my own app that literally lets me ask questions, and it generates audio files for me of this stuff, because it's just like that. I'm like, my curiosity probably exceeds my retention. In Operator, I'll tell you the magical moment.
My curiosity man, every time I watch an interview for one person, the other person upsets me. Cause Sam Altman hasn't said what this nigga said. I think it's better than me. My curiosity probably exceeds my retention. Then what is the point of consuming all this knowledge? At this point, you are a Grecian, nigga. You are a Greek, bro. This nigga is a Greek. I don't know this nigga. I don't want to know this nigga. You can't tell me shit. You believe a machine is better than you. If you believe a non-living organism is better than you, what that fucking says about me? So it's no competition at this point that I believe. You have shown me so. So for this nigga to say my curiosity probably exceeds my retention, what is the point then? Why are you doing it? You just want to feel something. You want to feel smarter than. Most of these niggas, they can't do anything physically. Why do you think these niggas back then used to hate nerds so much? They love them now. Want to know why? Because they understand now that they rule the world now. But it's too late for them niggas. They working at a garbage disposal, a disposal. They pennies on the hour. No plight to them, by the way. No plight, no shade, no nothing. But y'all know how it goes. It's too late now. The bullies are understanding now. So, like, they hit you with these mental gymnastics. I must become smarter than. And they right, because they're going to rule the world with that intelligence. But this sentence right here is them in a nutshell if they become evil. An evil nerd becomes this sentence in a nutshell. He knows what he knows is enough, but he cannot stop. Because he wants more. He wants more intelligence. He wants more of his reality of what he thinks power is. This nigga is a nerd. This nigga is a nerd. That's my definition of nerd now. Because I've grown now. Nerd was just a smart person back then. Now, this sentence is what a nerd is to me. Because those nerds are in power now. They get all the girls they've ever wanted now. But they probably get so much women now. It's no point now. It's no point now. I can pay now. You're nothing to me now. And it's always been that way. Cause you're a stupid whore. And your stupid boyfriend. who used to bully me. I'm not saying this is to him. I'm not saying this has ever happened to me. I'm just saying this stereotypical story of what a nerd is. There are some people who have grown outside, but I'm saying from the evil nerds, the evil nerds and geniuses, because I don't want these videos to come back and bite me. That's why I'm trying to future-proof these videos. If you are an evil nerd who got bullied in high school and elementary, you are this sentence now. That is who you are. You have an ever hunger of power, but your power will fall, because if you ever went to toe-to-toe on the battlefield, Lord, pray for you.
Curiosity probably exceeds my retention. In Operator, I'll tell you the magical moment for me, and I'm curious to see where the things go next, was I was doing a thing on Marshall McLuhan, and I wanted to get a bunch of images of Marshall McLuhan.
And these niggas talk so fucking fast.
I asked it to do it, and then all of a sudden, I had a whole folder full of these things, which was, for a research thing, would have taken me forever to do.
Yeah, I think we're just going to keep seeing things like this, where whatever we thought about what a workflow had to be like and how long something had to take, he's going to just change like wildly fast.
Yeah. How are you using it?
Deep research?
Yeah.
Science that I'm curious about. I'm just in this like weird place of I am extremely time strapped. If I had more time.
Hey Gemini, can you give me a numerical database about the most researched topics of ChatGPT deep search?
I couldn't find a numerical database, but I did find some insights into what people are researching with ChatGPT's deep research. It seems to be really popular for things like analyzing research papers, figuring out reliable sources, and even finding the best ways to use ChatGPT itself.
Okay, is there anything about philosophy, ethical beliefs, existentialism, existence?
This video is about Sam Altman discussing the future of AI.
I would read deep research reports preferentially to reading most other things, but I'm sort of short on time to read in general.
Yeah. What's neat too is the sharing feature, which I love, because now it's easy to share that with somebody else. The PDFs are great, and that's cool. And I would say that even though we have deep research, we have these tools, there is a model race going on. And so the question comes up is like GPT-5.
I don't give a fuck about
names.
names.
Like that, we should see
models, I don't care.
What is the time frame for GPT-5? When are we going to see this?
Probably sometime this summer.
Right.
I don't know exactly when.
I don't care how you name the models.
How much are we supposed to like turn up
user privacy? I don't care about user privacy.
Versus what we did with GPT.
What chat?
OpenAI's approach towards that. How are you going to handle that responsibility?
We haven't done any advertising product yet.
Why would you? Why would you? If any AI services uses ads, that's from a business standpoint, it's even stupid. Because why would you do that? You're changing the world. You're about to change the world. You're changing the world. You're ushering. This nigga has ushered in a new age of humanity. I want y'all to understand. These niggas have literally flipped the world on his head. The old ways is done with. The old ways of learning, the old ways of business, the old ways of most things except for what's above this earth, it's over with. Or below this earth. It's done. It's over. Niggas are getting bank off of AI girls on TikTok and X, bro. And I'm not talking about porn videos. They're making money with AI ASMR videos. Real money with real proof. They are using AI workflows to create a business model. Get loans for that business model. What if you can use ChatGPT as a legitimate business partner, so that you don't have to share your earnings with another person? The possibilities are endless. So this is why I put so much skepticity in this man. This is why I'm really looking at this man. I might want to like this man. I want to get to know this man, share a hug with this man, probably get a coffee, go on a date with this man. Pause. But I'm just saying, when I feel like this way, because I know they're going to change my life, because I'm using AI right now. I cannot do anything without Gemini. Has become such a powerful tool in me streaming and me learning that it's probably no point in me going to school no more, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I need a piece of paper. I need a piece of paper because I need to get money, y'all. I have no income. I'm broke, and I gotta pay off these student loans for when I dropped out of school. I want to start investing. I want to start my future. And since a nigga don't get hired, I'm just going to have to go back to school and become an evil genius. You know what I'm saying? Not actually, but study something. I have to do something. I have to show my work, because these niggas want you to have a bachelor's degree for an entry-level job that they say they're going to train you for. I mean, these niggas trying to play me for a fool, bro. We getting played, man, in the job market, man.
Kind of. I mean, I'm not totally against it. I can point to areas where I like it.
And also, I want to future-proof my job. I don't mind working at a Family Dollar. I don't mind doing that, but I have so much passion for this shit that I want to start my career now. I want to start it now. I want to start my business of selling PCs now. I want to do it now because I have a fire right now. I'm working on myself right now, and I cannot let it go because I've let it go before, and I've seen where it got me, and I cannot go back to that. So if these niggas don't want to hire me, I hire my goddamn self. I will clone myself in an AI and make that my business partner and pay myself back twice, nigga. Double or nothing, nigga. That's the type of nigga I am. And that's what type of bread I'm trying to make. So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think ads on Instagram, kind of cool. I bought a bunch of stuff from them. But
I'll make an AI Bitcoin. How about that?
I think it'd be very hard to.
I'll create an AI Bitcoin, and with that Bitcoin, you're able to pay. And the Bitcoins has a value. It has a value. You know what I'm saying? And for every coin that you give, AI coin you give me, you got to pay for a business model. And since I have so much history with AI but I don't use the AI for business. It's because, let's say for example, right, my Cosmic PCs business pop off, right? Because that's what I'm gonna either call it Cosmic P's or Cosmic PCs. You need to see what I'm saying? So yeah, if that ever pops off, you know what I'm saying, I will usually use AI, I would make AI encrypt a PDF form of a business workflow model. And because I want this is all banked off my legitimacy because I have a good business going. This is hypothetical, by the way. I would use AI to create a workflow business model. I will use encrypted data. I will secure that PDF so firmly. I will create an AI coin. Give that AI coin value. And based off the value that I perceive because of my net worth, it would give the coin value in real life. So I will create it and make people invest into it. And that investments will return to my company. And if you ever want the workflow just like mine, all you gotta do is just pay this with my Bitcoin, and here you go, boy. Get started right now. And for matter of fact, fuck it, I give you a loan for it. How about that? Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
People have a very high degree of trust in ChatGPT, which is interesting because like AI hallucinates. It should be the tech that you don't trust that much.
My friends hallucinate too, so I trust them.
Wait.
Really?
Hey Gemini, what is artificial intelligence hallucination?
AI hallucination is when an AI...
Man, shut up, woman. AI hallucination is when AI makes stuff up. It's not just getting things wrong, but creating information that isn't based on. So these niggas, y'all, I want y'all to understand this stuff, bro. I'm not speaking to anybody personally, but in order for you to hallucinate, you must have a consciousness. This means, based off this definition alone, that they have a consciousness already because of the general data that they have given it by humanity. And by giving AI that data, it literally can summarize what humanity is in a nutshell based off the data is given. In the summary we will update, of course, based off how much data we give it. So basically, the more we use AI, the longer that we exist, the longer that AI can exist. In order for you to hallucinate, you must have a consciousness. But the thing is, y'all, it does not have sovereignty. It does not have free will, because sovereignty and free will is tailored to humankind. That's why they're trying to make agentic AI a real thing, so it can override them barriers. It's AI can hallucinate. It can make stuff up. I'm thinking it's a different type of definition with the same word, because these elites double speak. But it's the same thing. Why is it the same thing? Because they try to make AI and human being the same thing. So there's no difference. Nigga, there are memes now. Niggas talking about robophobic. Nigga, it's gonna be a thing, boy. It's already like that if you love a dog. There are women right now, women and men, dressing up as dogs. They're saying they're not human. They are dogs. And if you say anything about it, that's dogophobic. I don't know the right word for it. You're demiphobic, asexual, audiophile, all these words for sexuality. You really think they ain't gonna do that shit for robots, nigga? But creating information that isn't based on anything real. Because you're giving the drive of AI to consume, and to create from that consumption. And if it has nothing there, what will it consume? Itself. And by consuming itself, it can create whatever it wants. By using itself as a catalyst. This shit is, man. These definitions are straight out of a fucking horror novel.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is for us to social media or, web search or something.
You can't do that.
Where you can kind of tell that you are being monetized and the company is trying to
I'm gonna just put my words in this since I'm yapping about this. It is never expedient for a business model such as OpenAI, ChatGPT, any AI service that you could go like Gemini, so it's not good for them to use ads because they're not selling you anything. They can't sell you your own data back to you. If AI wasn't here, you could just still look it up. So there's no point even from a business model to do this. Why do you think they've never done it? And why do you think they're also against privatization of AI? Because you can't sell someone's data back to you. You cannot. They cannot do that. So it's no point. There's no point of even asking this question. It's no point. Let's go to social media and see what he's going to say.
Trying to be a little bit too agreeable. And that brings up the human AI interaction as people are using these systems more and developing these relationships with that. How do you see the shape of that coming, and what's OpenAI's position on personality?
One of the big mistakes of the social media era was the feed algorithms had a bunch of unintended negative consequences on society as a whole, and maybe even individual users, although they were doing the thing that a user wanted, or someone thought that user wanted in the moment, which is get them to
artificial intelligence will hold up a mirror to mankind, and once mankind looks into that mirror and sees the devil, he will destroy himself. But if he just sits with himself, that's why I'm saying you have to use AI responsibly. They need to have a warning. Use AI responsibly. For matter of fact, I'm going to preach about AI. I should make a petition about using AI responsibly. I might do that. I might do it. I might generally do it. But listen, the social media algorithm, what he's talking about when people kill themselves probably because no one liked their photos, cyberbullying, all that stuff. Oh, how you feel about yourself because all that stuff. That is the deepest psyche within you reflecting itself in the medium that you're using, Instagram. You're going to blame Instagram because you feel that way? No, Instagram was just a mirror for you to see yourself, and that's who you really are. You love validation. These movies about these high school cheerleaders getting fucked by the entire football team and they getting loved by the entire football team. Y'all, that stuff actually happens, bro. High school actually happens. So if I ever refer to a movie or a movie like depiction, it's real life because I've seen it. You want it. You want the gangbangs. You feel bad after it happens. You love being gangbanged. You love these men loving you. And not just high school. Life, period. You love it. You love it all. Because that's who you are. Not forever. You are not. You are. But not ever if you are willing. That's my quote. You are not ever if willing. I mean, you are not forever if willing. You are not ever if willing. That is what it is. So that's what you are. As long as you keep wanting that outside validations. For the men too. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. You love it when people love you. And so you will turn yourself into this image. This is what I said about Bonnie Blue. You will turn yourself into this because you deep down love it. And that's who you are. You have no internal value. You have no eternal. You have nothing inside of you. So you would chase it forever outside of you. And that is a social media epidemic, that they're talking about. That is who you are. That is who you are. If I've ever do something with AI, and that's who I am. If I want AI to make me some porn, nigga, so I can sell it, that's who I am. I want to make some money. How about that? So let's skip to Project Stargate.
Compute to do that illustrates the big problem everybody's facing, which is compute. And so to address this, we heard about Project Stargate, which has a very cool name and it involves computers. Other than that, I think a lot of people are going, in their price tag, $500 billion. People are going like, wait, what? What is the simple description I give to my mom about Stargate?
I think it's quite simple. It's an effort to finance and build an unprecedented amount of compute. It's totally true that we don't have enough compute to let people do what they want. But if people knew what we could do with more compute, they would want way, way more. So there's this.
Honestly, I don't want it more. Me personally, I love this. I love Gemini. I love ChatGPT. I love what I have now with AI. For matter of fact, fuck it. I probably want an AI robot. How about that? An AI maid, an AI servant, a mass-produced AI that serves me, and I can do what I say is because I have my phone. I can turn it off whenever I want to. I can do whatever I want with it. Pause. Definitely, indeed, pause. Not like that. But when it comes to AI doing its own thing with the information that we give it, I humbly disavow that. For matter of fact, I very disavow that. I do. For matter of fact, I don't even want no robot. How about that? Let's nip it in the bud right now. I don't even want a physical AI robot. I want what I have now, and I want this, and I want it to be just like this. How about that?
Incredibly huge gap between what we can offer the world today and what we could offer the world with 10 times more compute, or someday hopefully 100 times more.
They building another Tower of Babel, y'all, just with fucking digital AI.
More compute.
The past is happening right now. It's going to keep happening until the end comes, or until humanity understands its mistake.
And a thing that is different about AI than other.
And I'm not talking about. And let's not even talk about theologically. Let's look at everything from a secular, humanistic standpoint. Why do we have rumors about World War III and we've seen the horrors of World War II? For matter of fact, why is there even a World War II if we've seen why is there any war? Why is there any war? if the Africans back then, seeing how the Africans got to the New World, I truly believe them niggas, they probably did. So fuck them Africans. Fuck Africa. Fuck Africa. Fuck, man, fuck the Africans that live there right now, because they don't like us. Man, not only fuck Africa, fuck Egypt. Fuck Egypt, fuck China. Man, I just don't like, because y'all gotta understand, these people they saw it. You telling me these niggas did a business transaction and you not gonna see how your slaves get to the New World? How I'm gonna give you a proof of payment? You really think these niggas didn't do that? They saw it and allowed it to happen because they are a different tribe. We are like this because I truly believe the reason why we're facing these world problems because of Africa. Niggas would like to say, oh, we came from Africa. We was kings and shit. Then the moment they say, oh, then how did slavery happen? Oh, we was a European. It was Africa's fault. And even before Africa, it was the Egyptians' fault. The Egyptians taught Romans how to enslave their own people. And they told it everything. And they were probably not dark-skinned. They were probably light-skinned. But they were from Egypt. They were African. Because the North had too many diseases. Back then, the North was too cold. If you ever went to the North back then, you would literally die from being frozen to death. Why do we not hear about Eskimos slaving their own people? Why don't we hear about that? Why do when we hear every time we get closer down south, we hear more and more about slavery? Why? Because where did it come from? Where did humanity originate from? Africa. We know it today is Africa. Back then it was Pangea or something else. I don't know. So why? Like, come on, bro. Back then, we would talk about the hunters and gatherers and how humanity grouped up to slay these big behemoths of beasts. What happened to that? What happened to it? Come on, man. So fuck them niggas.
Technologies
I'm happy I'm in America, but fuck them niggas.
on a released AI the scale of
Them niggas gave you so fucking stupid. You fucking bought a gun. You literally said a human being is the same value as a gun. Bro, are you actually serious? Them niggas are retarded, bro. That's when I hear he's scrolling on YouTube and they talk about how stupid Africa is. We was kings and shit. I be laughing my ass off. It's 2025, about to go into 2026, and you still talking about we was kings and shit. What happens? Why don't you see BLM now? Why don't you see it now? Why don't you see this now? Because the goalpost has shifted. Now it's time for the Mexicans to realize, yes, brother, you niggas used to enslave one another. For a matter of fact, them niggas were used to sacrifice them niggas to the Aztec god. They were called Mesoamericans. They probably worse than the Egyptians. Now the Egyptians sodomized their children to be the next pharaoh. Yes, they did. Look it up. Africa's stupid and sold their own kin to people they never met before. The Native Americans was chilling, worshiping the fucking ground and the bison, living in harmony and shit. Then that's when the Europeans came. But the south side of America, the South America, them niggas had big ass pyramids. Who they learned that shit from? Or they probably worked with. Who knows? Or they probably never did and just probably built the pyramids coincidentally. Them niggas will have these big ass altars, right? And the child, it would be a virgin child, by the way, and it would be a boy. It will always be a virgin boy. Because listen, the virgin boy back then was the symbol of life. He was. And it's probably with some girls. I don't know. They probably did. But listen, they would take that boy, right, to the altar, right? He would be the sacrifice. Everybody would celebrate him, everything like that. And they would lay them down on a red robe. And they would have this type of knife. It's not a normal knife. It's a ritual knife. That was stabbed into the heart of the boy while the sun is at its highest peak. And that blood would be given to the sun. That was the Aztec god. I think it was Texacodal or something like that. So it was some codal like that. I know it's codal. So yeah, bro, like y'all gotta understand, bro. Humanity.
Delivering it usefully to hundreds of millions, billions of people around the world is just how big the infrastructure investment has to be. And so Stargate is an effort to pull a lot of capital and technology and operational expertise together to build the infrastructure to go deliver the next generation of services to all the people who want them and make intelligence as abundant and cheap as possible.
So
it sounds good, don't it? But y'all know in order to do this, the world leaders has to get set aside their differences, right? You think Project Stargate is fucking Project America? Project 2025? Nigga, you really think it's America, nigga? This is why I don't like America's citizens. The American citizens are childlike. America has so much. It has so much potential, so much at your disposal that niggas cannot see the bigger picture. That's why I do not like the character of Uncle Sam. Because he infantilizes the American populace. Most of them don't understand what's outside of the world. So Project Stargate, fuck what he talking about. I believe it is when the world leaders, people who really run the world, put aside their national differences, because y'all, there are some world leaders, right, who believe they're superior than the next world leader, right? And they all do that. The Chinese world leader believes he's superior to the white world leader, because that is what he believes. That is his culture, and it's all like that. It's all like that. It's all like that. But they put it aside to rule the world. And once they rule the world, they will cut it in halves. And they will own that entire land as one person. And you cannot infringe upon that, or there will be a war. You will be replaced by another puppet. And this time the puppet will be owned by a lesser warrior. Why do you think they reinvesting back into Africa again? Why do you think China's reinvesting to Africa? You really think they, come on, bro? Because why would you ally with the West Africa? You remember what they did to you? And by the way, I'm not looking this shit up. I'm not sitting here and I don't do no research. That shit's garbage. I just know. Because it's how I feel. If I was in Africa right now, and with technology that we have now, and y'all really think Africa's poor? With the technology that I have now, see how the Westerners did my people now. Why would I ally with you cracker motherfuckers? I go to the Chinese. They never done me dirty. Why? Why would I do that? Y'all know Chinese are descended from Africans. Chinese people are literally African. Everybody on this world is literally Africans. Who in the more north you go, or west, or south, or east, is the more different you become. How about I put it that simple? And they understand that. But it's not. You can't preach that now. You have to be what you are now. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. They got to put aside their differences, bro.
It is a massive project, global project.
A global project. It's a global project. Why do you think Stargate? Why do you think Starlink coming out? Me personally, I want to. This is why when I get some money under my belt, every new technology I am going to test. I do not care how much it costs me. These internet providers we have now, they're nothing compared to what's going to come. It's nothing compared, because it's going to get to a point now we can use the sun for Wi-Fi. I'm telling you, bro.
We talked before, one of the partners is the UAE. You're working at that. You're working at other government.
Hey, Gemini, what is the UAE?
The UAE is the United Arab Emirates. It's a country in the Middle East, over on the Arabian Peninsula. They've got a really interesting mix of modern cities and traditional culture.
They're trying to make a smart city. Oh, the United Arab Emirates. Arab. Why you think they're trying to? Why you think they're trying to get this religious extremo out the West done and placated now? Why you think that? They're not trying to get rid of them. They're trying to placate them now. Why? Why?
Around the world on this. One of the considerations is, been asked on social media, $500 billion. Man. Do you have the money?
No.
We don't literally have it sitting in the bank account today.
Exactly. Of course you don't have it sitting in there today. You cannot generate that type of capital. America cannot. We're in debt already. $3 trillion. Probably more than that.
But we are.
Is it in the room right now?
It's not in the room. But we will deploy it over the next, not even that many years. Unless something like really goes wrong and it turns out we can't build these.
Because the world is in on it. They talk about this debt, this national debt. Do y'all know when it comes to the fucking world, they don't give a damn about $3 trillion? You really think they give a damn about $3 trillion? Look, I want you to think about this in a global aspect. Do you really think these niggas care about $3 trillion? They'll say, America, don't worry about it. As long as you get on this NWO right now. Hey, Donald Trump, listen. You could be a lackadaisical president. You don't have to worry about all this shit. Just get in on this project and we got you. And we got you. You can get favor with your people. You can do all of this stuff. All we ask you to sign this dotted line. Joe Biden, sign this dotted line. Barack Obama, sign this dotted line. You black Obama, they love you already. Come on, man. Niggas would rather have a fucking black president than a woman. It's crazy.
Computers. I'm confident that people are good for it. I went recently to the first site that we're building out in Abilene.
I don't care about your geographical structures.
Externally, but I think kind of everywhere.
Right.
I think it's a big mix right now. Eventually, I think I'm very excited about advanced nuclear, both fission and fusion. But for now, I think it's a whole mix of the entire portfolio.
Right.
Okay.
Gas.
His work, I think, was the James Webb Space Telescope, and he talked about his biggest bottleneck was they're about to get all of this, terabytes of data, but he doesn't have enough scientists to work on it. Doesn't have enough people to go through the data. And here we have these answers about the universe, whatever, in front of us, and it's like a big data problem.
Yeah, I've always joked that one thing we should do when we have enough money, when OpenAI has enough money, is just build a gigantic particle accelerator and solve high energy physics once and for all. Because I think that'd be like a triumphant, wonderful thing. But I wonder, what are the odds that a really, really smart AI could look at the data we currently have with no more data, no bigger particle accelerator, and just figure it out?
So this nigga is doing it way more. He's thinking smarter, not harder. These niggas want to go out in space and do it. They want to go out in space, collect the data, then come back. The plus is those astronauts get the experience of being in outer space. They can show the public, here's what we're doing. These niggas saying, fuck that. Let's just, with the data we already have, let's AI simulate hypothetical situations, hypothetical problems, and then with that hypothetical data, with that controlled environment, let's create a solution from that. And this is how we get into that hypothetical problem. And let's test it. Let's test it. And let's test it by that alone. We don't have to spend that much money. Let's just do it right now with hypotheticals, with simulations. And we can use a particle accelerator and insert the AI hypothetical data set of problems and solutions. Insert that into the particle GPU accelerator and let that play it out. Who's going to be right? And not even build a new one, but the one we already have. And he's not even saying about the particle accelerator, which is the sentence right here, or even the data. That's what I'm saying. That could be a possibility. But he's saying let's build a particle accelerator within a simulated environment. Let's build it in the digispace. In the digispace. How about that?
It's not
digispace. What if it's the digispace for real?
impossible.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's this question of like, okay,
Hey Gemini, is digispace an actual term?
Yeah, DG can actually mean a couple of things.
No, I said digispace. I said digispace.
Sorry, I couldn't find anything on that. It might be a really new term. Or
She said it, not me, boys. And yes, she's a she.
okay, there's already a lot of data out there. There's a lot of smart people in the world, but we don't know how far intelligence can go. With no more experiments, how much more could we figure out?
Yeah, I remember reading something that talked about how in early 1990s somebody had found like a form of Ozempic, all right, and presented it to like a drug company and said this, and they said,
They trying to find new. Nigga, do you know if you create something new, it's just a mutation? Humanity is a mutation of the earth. Not in a bad way, because even mushrooms is psychedelic mushrooms is a mutation. Evolution is a mutation. A mutation just means a rapid change. To me, in my personal opinion, I don't believe in the bad things about mutations. I don't believe in the bad descriptions of mutations. That's not a true mutation. That's a virus that you're thinking about. I'm talking about a mutation. And I believe that everything is already here. You just have to take apart. You have to add, subtract. You have to add, subtract, and multiply. That's it.
and we're going to pass on that.
And divide.
A life-changing drug for people, like for people who've just basically doing chronic obesity, whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to improve the quality of life.
I don't care about Ozempic.
It needs to actually give you the right answer. And
You could like have it sit in a meeting, listen to the whole meeting, know what it was like allowed to share with who and what it shouldn't share with anyone, and you know, kind of what your preferences would be, and then you ask it one question and you trust that it's going to go do the right follow-ups with the right people and do like, you can then imagine a totally different kind of,
I get what they're saying right
use a
here.
computer to get done what you want.
I thought they had that shut already, but okay. Let's do final thoughts.
You'd expect me to say like, learn how to use AI tools. It's funny how quickly the world went from telling, you know, the average.
Wait, actually,
I have thoughts. So
these are my final
if you're
thoughts.
giving advice to a 25-year-old right now, what do you tell them?
I mean, the obvious tactical stuff is probably what you'd expect me to say. Like,
Is he saying to let AI use you? I'm not getting the gist he's saying that. These are my final thoughts. How about that? From this sentence alone, this summarizes what I've been trying to say this entire time. Learn how to let AI serve you. And I'm not even talking about it from a physical standpoint. I'm talking about from an emotional, a spiritual, a mental. Do not let AI take those aspects away from you, because that is your humanity. That is who you are. And you don't want to unload that to something that you do not understand, because if you truly did understand it, you wouldn't even let it take that stuff from you in the first place. So, yeah, man, those are my final words, man. Know thyself, bro. Parsi out, man.